Welcome back. This is the moment the Rookie fans have been waiting for. This episode has some twists and turns. Why is Bailey acting like a victim in the problem she created? Well, that is what we are here to find out, so let's jump right into it. As we can recall, in the last episode, Bailey helped the hitman execute her ex-husband Jason, who is after her. At the end of the episode, Nolan finds out. After talking about the first elephant in the room of the Rookie Season 7 Episode 6 The Gala, we go with the second, Bailey and Nolan. We have to say that we understand both parties here. On the one hand, Nolan cannot believe or accept that Bailey did something as bad as allying herself with a murderer, which makes her in some way also responsible for Jason's death. And what hurts him the most is that she didn't tell him what she had done and why. After all, what is a marriage without trust? Where does that leave them if Bailey didn't trust him with something like that? However, Bailey kept it a secret from him out of concern for his response. Since Nolan is a police officer, he would be in an awkward position, and she knows what she did was immoral. She chose not to tell him as a result. Never. To feel comfortable and defend herself, she did what felt right for her, even though it wasn't the morally correct thing to do. There was nothing else for Bailey to do. She finds it incomprehensible that Nolan criticizes her and does not even try to comprehend her point of view or put himself in her position. She hoped her husband would be kind and understanding, but he didn't seem to understand. She feels disappointed and upset, and she is unsure of how to get past it. That being said, and playing devil's advocate, for us Bailey is being unfair. We can't believe we're defending Nolan, but here we are. Nolan wasn't judging Bailey, he just wanted to understand why she did it and didn't trust him. It's hard to wrap your head around the fact that someone you love did something wrong, but Nolan is trying. He just wants to understand it, he just wants them to get through it together. If he was behaving as Bailey says, the first thing he would have done would be to report her or give that phone to his superior, even arrest her. But he hasn't, and that speaks volumes. On the other side, Lucy knows she shouldn't give in. Tim also knows that this is not the way. But they can't help it. They miss each other too much, they want each other too much, they love each other too much, they need each other too much, and they end up sleeping together. But that dream, that illusion, that spell that enveloped them during the night ends quickly when the sun rises in the Rookie Season 7 Episode 6 The Gala. They both want that night to be something more. But Lucy is too scared that Tim will break her heart again, so she decides not to give him the chance to do so, denying that the night meant anything to her, when in reality it meant everything. Tim gets the message and can't bring himself to tell her how he really feels. So he swallows all the words he wants to say and tells Lucy he agrees with her. Of course, then Lucy feels like she has nothing more to do. She was hoping Tim would tell her that it was something more to him, but he didn't, so she turned to leave. That's when he calls her, and that hope is rekindled in Lucy, but Tim is too cowardly, too afraid to open up to Lucy and show her how he really feels, so he doesn't say anything. Lucy leaves, without Tim stopping her. Later, in the elevator, the two make it clear that they don't regret what happened, but it must not happen again. However, the way they say it, the way they look at each other, and the way they flirt tells us that neither of them thinks that they won't fall again. And we don't think that's the way. All of this gives us a lot of mixed feelings. As a fan of this ship, we're thrilled to have seen them back together, even if just for a moment, but the truth is that nothing has changed. That's the point. Tim and Lucy have to talk about what happened and why it happened. Tim has to personally improve himself to be ready to get back with Lucy. And she has to heal her wound so she can get back together with Tim. The fact that they have slept together now or will sleep together occasionally doesn't change anything, it doesn't fix anything, it doesn't make them closer. It's not going to last. It's like some kind of flimsy band-aid that is bound to break again sooner or later. The Rookie Season 7 Episode 6 The Gala so perfectly portrayed one of the big problems for Chenford. There is no communication. They are not able to tell each other what they really feel. They are too terrified to be vulnerable to the other, to take a leap of faith and trust that the other will be there, with open arms, waiting. And until that problem is fixed, nothing will. The only good thing about this is that, at least, the show isn't ignoring what's going on, and this proves they're committed to the couple.
Go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Once you do just that, remember to also come back for other updates.